you have to accept him in. Up. Go to Brian's listening. Daryl just do it. Yep.
Oh, it's Max. Can you hear us, Brian?
Yep, I can hear you. You hear me okay?
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Brian, can you hear me?
Try it now, Brian.
I think you're stepping out.
Can you hear me okay?
Whoa.
There we go. Now we're cooking with gas. Can you hear us still?
Yep, just hear you just fine.
Awesome. Okay, I'm gonna. You need your computer then, don't you?
I'm gonna have her just print it and then I'll just write it out.
Okay. Sorry, we're getting through some. Sort of. I think that's the best we're gonna get here. Like it? Yeah, I need it. Sorry.
You guys should switch now.
No, that's okay. I didn't even think we need to give a job.
Oh, no mustache. What's going on here?
League playoffs this past weekend, and I promised both groups that if either of them won, I would let the kid that scored the game-winning goal shave my mustache. So I had a 10-year-old shaving my mustache after their championship game. It was pretty entertaining.
We're waiting on that to print or we're going to get started?
We can get started.
All right, call meeting order 6:04. Previous minutes approval.
Second.
All in favor, say aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Current agenda.
All motion approved. Second.
All in favor, say aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Public address, we don't have one today. Treasurer's report, Lisa.
I emailed you guys the treasury report, since we did know what is the credit card part of it wasn't touched, she didn't have it done in time. So what's on there is not perfect. So we can just approve that through, maybe our email. We're taking that off. So the endowment will no longer be as a profit, shown as a profit to us. I think she's
to accept the treasurer report.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Dips coordinator. Scheduler.
Nothing went over, so come Nikki, I'm gonna go in and help her with, she had a couple questions on the facility schedule and stuff, so I'm gonna go in and tomorrow and go over some stuff with her.
Now, I don't want to jump to Ryan at all. You don't need to say anything here, but I would like to that list of league tournaments, make sure she's not just gonna start scheduling them here in the next month. I'd like to help with that with Ryan, the list that I made.
And I told her that, I did say that to her when I went over something, Ryan probably.
Ryan, I got a huge list, right, for away tournaments for every age level.
I'm having trouble hearing.
I got a huge away tournament list for every age level for this upcoming
Okay.
season. So I'm just trying to make sure our scheduler doesn't just start, firing registrations out here the next month when they open up for next season.
And the thing is these are tournaments that we kind of discussed that we think would be beneficial to our club, and some that we've been going to for quite a few years, and we thought, no, we're done with this tournament. It's same old, so.
Okay.
All right, teams.
I think everybody's pretty set the rest of the year schedule wise. The only thing it sounds like we're just maybe go 4 to 5 tomorrow instead of Thursday.
Or Thursday, you're not
We
going.
can.
Maybe 0 to 5, just like the-
Okay, yeah, we can go from 4 to 5.
And then you just, Larry said he didn't care if he has phone numbers.
And then, and then PPAs aren't practicing on Thursday?
That's what we would just delete.
Okay, so sports are wondering about, their sport versus stats, and he just called me today, but I said I doubt that PPAs are practicing.
I'll let you know tomorrow. I haven't got official
Okay.
from Jared and Corey, but that's what we kind of discussed.
Okay.
Trying to get, instead of waiting till Thursday, get our last one in, just do it tomorrow.
Okay.
Because I see 4 to 5 is a long so.
This is the last week of the tournament.
Yeah, I thought that was last week.
It's on there for this one.
Oh, I do this now.
Oh, wait, oh, okay.
It is now.
We're ready.
I can change that to just forget about his names.
I'll just need to know that so I can, because Curtis is examining on Thursday, that's his last, and he sent him mine, so if he can get out sooner,
That's-
he would be out.
So as soon as I know, I can hang on. So yeah, I'm gonna change it.
Yeah. Committees, hockey director, Brian.
Yes, sir.
You got the floor. You got the floor, Brian.
Okay, so as far as everything's going here, I should have my lease sent over tomorrow to sign. Looks like it'll be starting on March 10th, so I'm hoping to be in person next Monday, moving in, and then from there, going over my March agenda here. And obviously, if there's any feedback at all, please feel free to let me know, like, hey, you might want to put your attention here, give me a little bit of guidance and leeway the first couple months here. But I want to make sure I meet and greet all the 24, 25 head coaches and at least spend 15, 20 minutes with all of them at some point, working around their schedule. Kind of get some feedback on how they felt the previous season went, where they see them wanting to coach next year, and make sure they know who I am and that I'm a resource in town for them. I think it's really important to do that face to face and get that out of the way in the first couple days there. Been working on some surveys that I want to get sent out. I should have those by end of week sent over to you guys for review. Kind of a team end of year survey for each of the age groups to find out what's working, what's not, kind of try to get a little bit of an independent. And then surveys to go out to the head coaches apart from the meet and greet trying to pick their brain on any type of feedback in an unpressured environment, so that we can see how we might be able to better support them. I know that we'll have to have some conversations once I'm out there about evaluations. They'll be sneaking up on us sooner rather than later. So I really want to do some digging on, how things are done, if there's any policies and procedures that need followed, and then really get down to the nitty gritty of starting to plan some support for that week, and make sure that we have, I've got a good understanding of ice slots, get practice plans written, everything like that. Want to get together. I don't know, is there a formal coaching application process right now?
No. Not formal.
Okay, so I'll get together a coaching application as well. That way we can get those sent out to all the coaches along with the feedback surveys. That way I would assume most coaches want to come back, but that should help us identify any issues if we know somebody's not coming back. Making sure that we also get it published out to membership for anybody who might be willing to volunteer their time, so that we can get them considered. Review each performance and allocation resources. I'm trying to see what my thought was behind that next bullet point I had on that. Just kind of using the head coach's feedback back at the regular season, through both the North Dakota site and my hockey, finding out what the birth year compositions are, because I know it's going to take me a quick minute to kind of get used to where that cutoff is, because I'm very used to it being in one spot, so I can kind of start planning on where we came from, where we got to, where we're heading in the next season. Kind of an early look at where we might need to spend some time with the resources to make sure we don't have any holes in the program. I know that the logistics of the spring summer programming is going to be a big hot button that we're probably behind on. So I guess one of my things there is what is typically going on this time of year that I need to be planning for, so that we can do at least the first little bit as seamlessly as possible, and I can try to help alleviate some burden as soon as I'm out there.
Honestly, we're gonna have probably 5 camps, I think we got coming in here.
Yeah.
But there's only one during the week. All the rest are on weekends. Two are during the week. All the rest are on weekends. Starting, most of those start on the weekends. They're starting on Friday at like 4 o'clock and run on Friday until about 9:30 it is. Then they start up at about 8 o'clock in the morning on Saturday, run until 5.
And they'll have usually a couple hour lunch break.
Yeah, and they'll take a couple hour lunch break in there.
And I think last year we kind of did like an Oilers spring program that was kind of a big hit, something like that. I think.
Yeah,
wanted to start planning something like that.
We did a 6-week, wasn't it, Brody?
Yeah.
6 weeks.
6 weeks. Didn't we charge like $125?
$125
A kid. We had different age levels, so.
You do like a mites, squirts, peewees, and probably up from there.
Yeah.
And then if you just like had a practice plan and did it, what did we do last week? 2 weekdays a week? 3 days a week? 2 days a week, yeah.
2.
Yeah.
2 days a week for each age group. And then we could probably start getting registration out. Just kind of pick what days you want to. We could probably find one from last year too.
Yeah.
Do a similar schedule because it seemed to work.
Yeah, I think starting with a similar schedule would be great. That way I kind of, a little less legwork on my part as I'm getting in, and obviously since it's just me coming out in the beginning, my availability is very open. So whatever we've been doing, that should work just fine as long as there's good engagement and can get working on some practice plans for those types of things. I would assume it was more skills-based than anything.
Yep. It was called Oilers Performance Training, so it was a lot of skating, a lot of more individual stuff than any team stuff at that level.
Some of the groups were kind of large. On I mean, it was kind of hit and miss because kids would miss, but some weeks.
Yeah.
Wasn't it Monday through Thursday, bro?
Yeah.
Yeah. We didn't do anything
Friday.
Fridays.
And then obviously the older kids later in the day.
Last year's registration.
And when are we looking at for a start date on that?
Oh shit, it was April to May range.
Yeah, 6 weeks.
So it was
I thought we,
most of April and half of May, something
Yeah.
like that.
because we finished up before school was out. And before baseball started too. So.
Okay. Well, that gives me a little bit to work on and know what I'm walking into, at least a little bit there. The next bulletin point I had would be getting the club onboarding stuff done. Kind of get my contacts list flush. Anybody that you guys think that I need to get contact information for immediately, get all that stuff downloaded. Get like logins for USA Hockey and the portal. That way I've got access to the rosters, the setup, everything like that. If there's already a club email set up for the hockey director, whatever logins I need for that. So I think that'll be important to get all that stuff knocked out kind of quickly. And then any preparations that you guys have for me for the annual meeting. It's kind of what I was thinking about spending my time on those first couple weeks and making sure we get a pretty seamless transition and then can kind of observe so I can make some action plans and dig in a little deeper as time starts flying by.
That email is still, because more you'll have like a list of all the coaches.
Brian, I'll work on getting you all that information that you're gonna need.
Cool.
You had any outside questions beyond that?
No, I reached out to him for his bio and you guys all seen that, so that was great.
I think another thing that, and I'm just throwing this out there to the board here, but this annual meeting, this be your first time and not all the parents show up for this, maybe this fall we'll throw another one where we try to get another meet and greet because now kids are parents are back into the swing of thinking of hockey, some are already checked out,
No, that's perfectly fair. I plan on being very active, very involved. So if we need a second meet and greet towards the beginning of the season for the parents that missed or haven't met me formally yet, all about being there, all about shaking some hands and moving things forward in a positive manner.
Is there anything we can do to help make your move easier?
I think I got my bases pretty well covered. Is there any type of office space other than that boardroom to be working at the rink, or is that kind of the only area we've got access to at this point?
This is it.
Unfortunately, there's a printer that's just Wi-Fi connected that print out from, and this is basically it.
Okay.
So you got a big office, Brian.
With a sweet view.
I'll make, as long as you guys are cool with me making some minor modifications so I've got a little working space, I'd like to work from there as much as possible. That way if anybody needs me, they kind of know where to find me during those hours I'll be at the rink. That way I can have kind of an open door policy and a little bit more presence in the building for anybody that wants to pick my brain for anything. So as long as that's okay with you guys, that's kind of my biggest intention. That way I'm not there, but still working remote on some of the administrative side of things.
So what I'll do, Brian, too, is I'll reach out to the Rough Rider Center and I'll get a key fob and try to get you a master key too. So you'll have that when you get here. We can give that to you on March 10th. So.
Do we need his account information for the basically started on the first?
So if I heard that correctly, you're breaking up a little bit, Jamie.
Sorry. Just
For the accounting,
Yeah.
the accounting information.
Yeah.
I still have not got my EIN. I'm waiting on that. I would prefer to make everything as seamless as possible, where I can just start throwing everything right in the business account once that LLC is finalized. If I don't have it done, I can get some direct deposit information on a personal account together.
Okay. I'm sure Lisa, when you show up or get here next week, Lisa can get with you on that. Hopefully we'll be in for you by then.
Cool.
Anything else? Oh, you can click it. All right, budget and finance.
I don't have any.
Welcome to the tournament.
So I sent this release so we didn't have to consume a ton of time to do it, but this is our plan for next season, dates, amounts. I have the websites already ready turned over for 25-26, just didn't put the dates up because I wanted to make sure everybody's good with them. It does, for a high school level, I pushed back 1 week to avoid that SAS first weekend, which I'm trying to get a 2-week break in between all these, and then the girls' weekend got pushed back to that 3rd week of February, which is sort of late, so that was the one I was a little nervous on. But there's a lot of work going back to back. So, and then I did up junior gold from 1,000 to 1,200, and I upped Bantam A from 800 to 1,000, and I upped AU from 150 to 200. So those are the 3 cost changes. Mostly for the Bantam A and the junior gold, do the 4-man ref crews, and then the mites because we get a ton. 250 seem to be like I got a little pushback. 150 is fine, so let's cut them out.
200.
Are we gonna reevaluate the ref pay? And I think Jared was gonna give us maybe some information and we'll just at least discuss it.
Yeah.
Well, refs for our tournaments, if we can.
I'm fine with the 4-man and Bantam A. It's fast, it's high level, junior gold, same thing. It's 4-man. I think the rest is just fine at 2-man.
I know him and Dave were talking about that, about maybe the pay for these tournaments might not be as much.
And I don't
So-
think that only helps us. I don't think
Yeah,
we should
no.
change our cost. It just-
I think that's what
Pay goes
that,
down to $5 a game. That's only going to save us 15-20 bucks per game, and that's only going to help us. I mean, I looked at Bismarck, and they all every single tournament they have was $800 more. Now they're all sports at $1,200. I mean, we're still cheap.
so, do you have any tournaments in February? What is your last tournament in February?
Yeah. So I have February 6th to 8th for high school, and then February 20th to 22nd for 10th.
Okay, because I was just kind of looking at this next year. I have a feeling they haven't come out with the dates yet for state tournaments, but I have a feeling next year the 19U and junior gold will be probably the 26th through the 1st. Because if they wait another week, they're going to end up too late into March, and then they'll end up with St. Patrick's Day. So I doubt they'll go that.
They won't, and that's why I did make it knowing that if we got a high school age or Bantam A, it would be the following weekend. But I'd rather make that sacrifice because we never know.
Yeah. No, I just wanted to make sure, because I was just kind of looking at that dates for next year when I think their state tournaments will be.
And the 12 girls, another reason why this feel like some weekends because they're usually 3 weeks after that.
Yeah.
Like it's some games before so I did have that in mind. I did, as far as my away tournaments go, I already correlated my straight through and blended, redlined the ones that were on the same distance. The only thing I gotta do there, as long as you guys go with the dates and the price, is I'll stay on top of Chris. I'll keep TVs going forever, so not makes that hard, because we have Canadian teams, and we always get their rosters sent ahead of time to upload it. It's all the process. So I don't know.
Well, that's me and you should be able to call it like
Yeah, I'm gonna look at it, so they gotta do, because I know we did it for a couple other tournaments, and Lori was like, sending over, and he was
Well, that might be something that we're gonna do for gameplay though too.
which is a lot easier, because you get the roster, all the registers, you get the rosters plugged in there.
And we use that, like, when we go to that tournament, at spray tournament, it's all name sheets, so that you need to also talk more. I'm sure you can rosters.
Yeah, I just need to get it in advance. As opposed to waiting until the week. But we have hard enough time getting on these the clock. I'm worried that they're not gonna now put an iPad down there to run game sheets.
I've heard it's pretty easy.
Yeah. It's all iPads, right? You pass an iPad and something.
Which we're gonna have to get new iPads, ones for music, and for that type stuff.
So you need to.
Concessions.
Do we want to make a motion to set these dates for, so we can get these motions?
Yeah. I'll motion to approve the dates for the second tournament
And price.
and price for the 25-26 season.
The ski team thing, I get it, but do we really want
Yeah. Not doing it again.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Anything on concessions?
I don't have anything. Oh, actually, I do have one thing. I talked to Kathy. She would like for them. So we had Providence House come in and help a lot in concessions and in the back and stuff. She would like them to be able to come to an annual meeting and eat and then maybe like make them. Oh, so that's not great.
He probably doesn't have to hang out anymore. He got some rest and he doesn't want to take his time.
Okay.
Brian, if you want, I mean, you don't have to be on the rest. Looks like our meeting's gonna end in 10 minutes, it says on our screen, so your Zoom with you, so.
All right, if that's okay with you guys, then I'm gonna jump off. I've been packing like a fiend and trying to downsize some things in my workshop in the garage. That way, I'm leaving my wife with less of a mess when she comes to catch up. So I'll get right back to work, and looking forward to seeing everybody here in a couple of short days.
Safe travels, Brian. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Bye.
So on concession, Sam,
Yes.
I don't have a problem with them coming in, you guys?
I think it'd be nice if they came in, were able to eat, and then things, I mean, they did a lot. I mean, they built a lot of ships.
I think we
And
should.
also, their customer service, like they were respectful. They did. I mean, at one point they were just like. Kathy even told me. I mean, she was just super excited about it. I mean, they were.
So,
They did a really.
That is the bottom bullet on this sheet that I was trying to do for all the weekends was not even have a MCHC club member in there. So if she can keep that up, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
And we just have
the
to
only
make
we would
concessions
need
for
is-
regular games.
Yeah, and like front. And actually there was a gentleman that actually learned the till up front, so he was really good at that, but otherwise like they were amazing back there at the
So
front.
even if we only need 2 spots for the next station, that goes to 5.
Yeah.
And they
I
just
think-
have to run the till.
I think we still have to do it the way we're doing it, but let's just keep them, seeing if they'll come and help next year, all the time for this tournament, so.
Yeah, they enjoy it, I mean, they
Yeah.
have, so, okay, I just wanted to run that by and see if that was okay for everyone, if they came, and, yeah, I think we, okay.
On concessions, there's that, do we wanna, you know, like, the weekends that I'm around, if my kids are in these hockey tournaments or these,
Camp,
camps,
did see this water bottle kind of caught my eye, or it reminded me of me looking at it. We've all been to these rinks and you see that they have their water bottles with the team logos on them. No, looking at them, you can buy them in bulk, like $2 a piece. If you buy over, it was either 400 or 500 of them. It sounds like a lot, but if you turn around and sell that $2 water bottle for $10, I mean, or not, or yeah, just like there in the thing. I mean, and it's something like I don't think you're going to lose money. I mean, there's no way you're going to lose money on it. It may take a season or two to sell them, but I mean, there's all the. I mean, every kid here either forgets their water bottle or doesn't have one or something. I mean, it was just an idea. So
Maybe do something with water bottles, like not necessarily their logo, but have them say like a hockey stick on it. That way, everyone will want to buy one.
You should almost do that with like different weathers merchandise. So like people, if they're here, they can buy like a hat or a t-shirt. I think I come to my shop one day, said he came here to watch a game, and he was like, so never watched hockey before. Said he was so pumped up he would spend $400 on weathers merchandise, but he can finally do it.
And we almost need to make that corner where we sell our merch as a full-time merch store for this.
And there was-
Get all the stuff out of that cabinet, put it in that store. The problem is you can find some work.
and there was actually a third grader that had just moved into town, and his parents were here watching the game, and he wanted to buy an Oilers jersey, and like the kid was all stoked, never seen hockey before, and was already telling his dad he wanted to play. So I got with Katie and I went down and got one of the really old practice jerseys and just give it to the kid. And you would have thought I'd just give you the Stanley Cup, like those little things like that just really get kids bought into it. So.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Let's just turn this room into a pro shop.
Yeah, honestly, this would be.
It would be
It's the sweetest pro shop. I want to say like 3 times I've been sitting over there during those tournaments and you hear kids asking, "Mom, can we go to the hockey store now?" It takes your kid to a hockey store on a downtown tournament.
Penny, anything for facilities?
I did get a text message from Sarah wanting to meet again, and I told her this week was not a good week, and next week was spring break, so I said to that
One thing with facilities, it's the referee locker room down there. Evidently, the sink hasn't worked in there for like 3 years with water to the sink, so Sarah's gonna have maintenance look at that and try to get water to that.
I don't think the referee's gonna use the referee room.
Well, Aaron's been pushing it more towards that road. It hasn't worked out great yet, but probably need to get those 2 rooms cleaned out and use them, especially for like youth refs, so they're not culture going. I pop in every tournament
Yeah, that's with 2 assistants and a head coach.
And paying some of these
Yeah.
positions.
And then if you go and just do a head coach and 2 assistants, it's 38,800 is what I come up with, you know, so or 37,250 Jamie did, you know, so that's a $10,000 swing, you know. The other thing I was looking at is, I think that would help us too in our concessions, 10 hours. I mean, if your second assistant have to do 10 hours, that's 100 hours of give hours.
Yeah, right now, they both are supposed to.
Yeah.
Any assistant is supposed to do 10 hours. It's supposed to just assign. So you're actually losing hours.
I do agree that it needs to go down to like a head coach and 2 assistants instead of paying, you know, you have 3 assistants and a head coach.
Well, the versions what we talked about that I have laid out is 37 grand. So you can have 3 assistants, but then you're splitting 25 versus 2 of us.
Yeah.
As you go down. So
That's-
it was more, you can have 2, 3, whatever you want, but this is the amount paid that's split between your assistants.
So my thing is, can we put a deadline when this should be done by? So let's say like for next year,
I think
July.
we just have to put some kind of half season.
I like to have an actual month that we're like, okay, this is gonna be solved at this meeting or before.
I'm less concerned about this, it's just, I
I think we just want to approve the coaches pay this year for next year.
Right.
I'm saying just by July 1st, you should have something, so it's already got it plugged into your budget for next year, that you already know that, hey, we're gonna spend $40,000 on coaches next year, or $35,000, you know, that's a hard number then.
Yeah.
So everybody knows.
So I move to approve the coaches pay. We have listed there.
Have any questions, concerns? Nobody did, anybody did, somebody did. This year's.
I'll second.
All in favor, say aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Bylaw change.
So then I move to rescind the motion passed at our last meeting regarding the board term extensions. And then I move to change the bylaws of Article 5 to the following amended 3-year term. I have printed out for you guys. So the first one, we would need a second on rescinding it.
Oh, well, hold on, Jamie.
What?
So, with, and maybe I'm wrong with this, but with our positions held within the board, would it be beneficial for us to do that now this year? To set up, like, if whatever positions you want on the board, you at least have it for 2 years? And then that way with the next group coming in, we can just follow suit with that instead of, because if you think about it, when the next group comes in, well then, it'll be another year till you can do that, or
Yeah, I mean, it'd be 1 year, we talk about officers.
yes.
Yeah, well, next year, we're not gonna break them up, unfortunately, they have meetings in 3 weeks. And likely if that happens, we'll have a discussion ahead of time with the next 2 weeks, maybe what they are, this is done, so. The officer one is much easier to change. In the off season, or a couple months even, like, okay, yeah,
What day works for you, Jamie? Don't move the schedule.
I'm open after next week.
Maybe the 18th, 19th.
Yeah.
So 18 is good for me. That's 3.
I'm good with the 18th.
Roby?
Yeah.
What time? Can we do it like earlier than 6?
Yeah. We do
5:30?
we do a 5?
You wanna do 5?
It's only gonna be a 10-minute.
Don't you
just,
worry. Can we do 5:10?